All right. Well, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in the world, welcome, and I hope you and your loved ones are safe and well and are enjoying the change of seasons that are happening all over the world right now. My name is Maria Hopwood-Jones and I'm an ASEA Diamond from Sydney, Australia. Today's webinar will be in two sections. We have wonderful Stevie Aquilina, who is an amazing leader, who will be talking about the breakthrough and also what it does and what it means for you and your loved one, of course, for humanity. We will endeavour to have a small Q&A, time permitting. So please, if you have any questions, have them ready and put them in the chat box. So let me introduce you to our first speaker, Stevie Aquilina. Now, Stevie Aquilina and I have been friends for a long time, and his wife, Sarah, fabulous leaders. They're now residing in sunny Queensland, Australia, with his wife and, and 4 boys. Now, Stevie's got a bit of a fantastic background, very coloured, with lots of experience in becoming an independent master. He's at a young age of puberty time. And then, of course, through his life, he developed into the human being that he is and an amazing human being that he's become. Now, about just a bit over 5 years, 5.5 years, it's pretty much 6 years now, I think, they made the best decision ever. They became part of the ASEA family. Today, Stevie and Sarah are high-profile leaders in ASEA, very passionate about enhancing people's lives and 100% committed to ASEA's mission to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. Stevie, it is indeed a pleasure to invite you to the webinar. You're an amazing, amazing man. You and your wife are creating an amazing world for you and your loved ones and those that surround you and are lucky enough to be in your presence. So, Stevie, come on to the webinar.
Come on down.
Come on down, Stevie.
Hey, thank you very much for such a really nice intro. You know, you're an amazing woman and leader and ball of energy and light and enthusiasm and love. And yeah, it's been my honor to be able to work with you over these years and now to count you as a true and honest and very good friend. You know, so both you and Lee are amazing. And what you've accomplished, Maria, over this last 12 months is just super inspirational. And, you know, you do that for your team, but not just that. I know that you allow your heart to go out to everyone around the world. And so you're an incredible leader and being rewarded and awarded very deservingly. And there's much, much more to come. It's very exciting for you. So thank you very much for who you are and all you do for everyone. Thank you. All right, folks. Well, let's jump straight into this presentation. I wanted to be as quick as possible and respect your time. So let's go. As Maria said, my name is Stevie Aquilina. And as per her introduction and as per my Crocodile Dundee accent, I am from Australia. And my family and I, we're originally from Sydney, but now we live on the Gold Coast. That was a dream come true and we can make that happen. We're minutes from beautiful beaches, mountains, rainforests, coastal cities, theme parks. We love it. I have a very blessed life with my family and very grateful for it with the income and time and freedom that also allows us to enjoy a great lifestyle together. It's also taken us to many parts of the world that were once way too far out of our reach. But to tell you the truth, the good vibes and good times have not always been the case. I was a very difficult, awkward and weird child to bring up, parent in school, and I never made the grades, and I was often told I was stupid and useless on a daily basis. And I figured out along the way, when you're told something often enough, especially while you're young and impressionable enough, you kind of start to believe it. And so later on, I became a teenage runaway and a high school dropout. And with that kind of thinking, I walked myself way off track on life's journey throughout my teens and 20s, to be honest. And the PG version is that I had more than 20 different jobs in less that time. And for over a decade, I was a very dumb, very good looking bouncer in what used to be the most popular nightclubs in Sydney, in King's Cross, Sydney, for anyone who knows Australia or knows Sydney. I was a daydream believer. No, sorry, I was a daydreamer, but not a daydream believer. And what I mean by that is I had big dreams. I wanted to be, do, and have more. I really wanted to give more, actually. That's what I really wanted, to be able to give more in this life. But I had little self-esteem and little self-confidence, and so I'd done little with my life and had little to give. Now, physically, I've always been athletic, mainly in martial arts, even to right now. But back then, although you wouldn't have known it looking at me, I had health troubles, autoimmune disorder, inflammatory issues, severe skin, respiratory, and gut conditions most of my life, lots of bad injuries too. And financially, I got myself stuck in go nowhere jobs with hopes going nowhere, no prospects, no financial security, no financial dignity. Embarrassingly broke. I've had the phone, electricity, and gas cut off. I've not been able to run my car on anything more than just the fumes of petrol. I've not been able to make the rent, and I've been evicted. No financial dignity. I always believed in possibilities, but I doubted my potential. And with that kind of contradiction, and that led to confusion and uncertainty and feeling trapped, unfulfilled, unhappy, frustrated, and at the end of the day, just unable to be who I wanted to be. Now, as for fortunate things in my life, one, I met the girl of my dreams, and right then and there, I was motivated more than ever before to become more. And she believed in me and always told me, still today, that I am more. And I figured out again, when you're told something often enough. Now, also, number two, I was introduced to this company's life-changing breakthrough, life-changing financial opportunity, and life-changing training. Ethos and culture. The company leaders here are extremely successful people. They believed in me too, but more importantly, taught me how to believe and become more. And so today, instead of having health and wealth problems, I've solved them. And I have the honor of helping others to do the same because of this life-changing breakthrough. And today, instead of having financial insecurity and indignity and being embarrassingly broke, I now have security and dignity because of this life-changing opportunity. And today, instead of being uncertain and confused and unfulfilled and unhappy and frustrated and unable to be who I want to be, I now have the ability to become more, to have more, to give more, because this company's training, ethos, and culture has really shown me a life-changing better way. And now I want nothing more than to really spend the rest of my life just bettering people's lives in any way that I can. But in one of these three ways I'm going to share with you today is what I'm best at. And so first, let me share with you the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime. Medical experts say this is a very big breakthrough, greater than the discoveries of DNA or penicillin. For 2 decades, science had declared that this was impossible. However, this is a breakthrough with enormous potential, proven by renowned universities and world-leading laboratory medical studies. A very advanced breakthrough, by the way, 15 years ahead of its time, and any health goals, challenges, problems, concerns you can think of, remarkable results. And drug companies wanted it shut down. We don't think they wanted you to know about it, but more about that a little later. So before I tell you what this is, let's be clear about what this is not, because this is nothing like anything else you've ever seen before. What we'll be talking about goes well beyond drugs or nutrition, well beyond any type of ingredients or technology you already know about, because what I'm about to show you is instead an entirely new frontier in science that is truly groundbreaking and category creating and a real deal healthcare breakthrough. The Acere Redox cell signaling technology is a drink that contains active redox signaling molecules. Aside from being a mouthful, what are those? Redox signaling molecules are made by your cells. So they're made within your body right now. It's happening right now. So these molecules, these redox signaling molecules, are native to your body. Now, they are your cellular messengers that affect your cell-to-cell communication and therefore your cell-to-cell operation. And I mean all the way down to your genetic expressions in a positive way. So redox signaling is a remarkable process because it is the actual process that empowers your body to heal itself. And that happens by these redox signaling molecules telling your cells how to protect healthy cells, how to repair unhealthy cells, and how to replace damaged cells. That's how your body literally regenerates itself, its own tissue. Redox signaling molecules also activate your body's immune system to protect against bacteria, viruses, and infection. Redox signaling is what keeps cells functioning and healing at optimal levels. Now, why is this also important? Because we are all made of cells. We live and die at the cellular level. So healthy balances of redox in our body makes for healthy cells, makes for a healthy body, and makes for a healthy life. Now, redox signaling molecules are the keys to life. And what I mean by that, they are essential for the activation and function of our normal physiology, all of our body's major systems. Doesn't matter whether it's biochemical or physiological, all of these processes critically depend on redox signaling. Because if all of your cells were to suddenly stop making redox signaling molecules right now, you wouldn't live longer than just a few more mere seconds. Without your redox signaling molecules, life ends. So if our bodies already make redox signaling molecules, then why do we need to give our bodies more? Well, it's true. When we're born, we do make an abundance of redox signaling molecules. That's generally why children have so much energy. And how you may have noticed they run around all day and they go to sleep at night and not wake up sore the next day. They just run around all day again. And you might notice that they also bounce back very quickly when they get injured or ill. However, as we age, and then on top of that, along with stress, poor diet, toxins, and all sorts of other environmental assaults, both man-made and natural, our cells break down, and our body's ability to make redox molecules also breaks down. Without as many of these redox signaling molecules giving clear cell signals and instructions, our whole cellular protection and healing process becomes slow. Our cells break down more and more, and we produce even fewer redox signaling molecules, and our cells break down more and more. It's this vicious cycle that leads to our health, wellness, youth, and vitality breaking down. ASEA takes science seriously, and so is highly committed to ongoing research with renowned universities and world-leading laboratories, and allowing these outside and independently reviewed studies to prove the potential of ASEA redox signaling supplements, demonstrating the safety and efficacy of the ASEA redox products, certifying them as true, safe, and effective in every body. And ASEA is within a very real and significant space of science. This space of redox science is based in Nobel Prize winning research. Since the first Nobel Prize was awarded to these three professors back in 1998 for the first discovery of a signaling molecule, there have now since been multiple signaling molecules discovered, with multiple Nobel Prizes being awarded for research in the field of redox science. Now, if you went along to pubmed.gov, which is where all peer-reviewed medical studies are published, and you typed in redox signaling, you would see well over 33,000 results. There are more than 1,500 medical textbooks that have been published on redox signaling, and this slide will already be out of date with around 150 studies coming out almost every single month. According to medical researchers, as well as reported in the Huffington Post, who specifically put ASEA in this article that I'm showing you here, redox signaling is one of the fastest emerging fields in science that will shape all of our lives in the coming years. And there are now multiple universities who receive tens of millions of dollars in grants to open up redox research centers. There are now global medical conferences and congresses being held about redox. Medical doctors are specializing in redox, with one such professor, a doctor at Harvard Medical School, who has a PhD and title that includes Director of Redox Medicine. And as for ASEA outside of all of this, it's already light years ahead. So ASEA redox users enjoy cell signaling benefits. As we've discussed, that translates to health at its most foundational level. Here's just one other example. ASEA redox has also been scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways and affect genes that improve immune system health, help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, help maintain cardiovascular health and support arterial elasticity, improve gut health and digestive enzyme production, and modulate hormone balance to support vitality and wellness. These genes are key in the health of every individual and play a vital role, not just in the 5 mentioned human health areas, but also in dozens of additional genetic pathways. Moreover, ASEA redox has also been scientifically tested and shown to enhance your body's own production and efficiency of antioxidants by up to 800%. That's 8 times better than your body can do without ASEA redox products. Now, further studies show that ASEA lowers oxidative stress. The head professor of this university study saying that one of the most important effects of ASEA on disease risk factors is its ability to reduce oxidative stress. Now, that's significant because all degenerative health conditions are caused by oxidative stress, and 95% of all adult conditions are degenerative. Now, from rigorous toxicology studies, ASEA is also proven to be 100% safe, 0% toxicity. Why? Because redox signaling molecules are native to your body. Excuse me, they're already in you. Your body already makes them. Just now, your body can't make as much of them as it used to be able to when it was younger and healthier. So if you have health challenges, or if you have people that you care about who do, if you have a wish that you could look, live, and feel young once again, or if you have the very good sense for protecting your health because you don't want to become old and unwell. If you have a goal of having higher levels of human performance, greater athleticism, better in sport, bigger and stronger in the gym, any health goal you can think of, Redox users and medical doctors are seeing just remarkable results. But you don't need to take my word for it if you don't want to. On the note of medical doctors, here are some now. Let's listen to what these doctors have to say about Redox.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Health is something we have to earn. What can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
You know, I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it, and people need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants, and the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries, but now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
This is where the future lies, and this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
Now that we've spoken about cellular health from the inside out, let's show you what's possible from the outside in. That's made possible by ASEA's topical versions of Redox technologies, which are Renew 28, our Redox gel, and our intensive redox serum. That's the two products on the right. Now, these redox technologies are supported and enhanced by their complementary and all natural ingredients products. They are our gentle refining cleanser and our ultra replenishing moisturizer, the two products on the left. But you know what? A picture is worth 1,000 words, isn't it? So let's just show you what our ASEA redox technologies are worth with these amazing health, anti-aging and age reversing results. Lines and wrinkles are smoothed out. Elasticity comes back to the skin. skin blemishes, spots, dots, and marks, inflammations, irritations, aggravations, and other signs of poor health to the skin being renewed. For young people too, being rejuvenated, improving the quality of life, and even the aftermath of some of these unfortunate conditions, coming back to the proper surface of the skin. Now, this is Rosie, and the dramatic difference you're seeing in the first two pictures on the left could not be seen by Rosie because she didn't take those pictures, and she said the products weren't doing anything. Rosie went to see her doctor. That's who told her about ASEA and who took these pictures. And when Rosie told the doctor that the products didn't work, the doctor showed these pictures to Rosie. And well, I guess the rest of the story can be seen here, right? If you want to see how ASEA goes, which is only natural, everyone says that, take pictures. That's how you see how it goes. And for anything you can't take a picture of, keep a written record instead. Now, some people notice results like Rosie in around about 7 weeks, and others within 7 days, and others can actually have an experience in around about 7 minutes. But some people need to apply more product, time, patience, generally when there's more going on with their health. Now, what we know scientifically is that redox signaling molecules are all the same. They're the same in you as they are in me, as they are in animals, as they are in plants, as they are proven to be in bottles of ASEA Redox products. Now, studies show that ASEA Redox products have an immediate positive effect. They work in every single person, every single time. In fact, it would be scientifically impossible for them to not work in you and or hurt you, can't hurt you. But what does differ from person to person is the time it takes them to notice the change. This doctor did a little experiment of his own on his very own face and used Renew 28 on only half of his face and not the other. Once we draw the line down there, it's usually pretty easy to spot the difference. Can you see the difference there? Now, Renew 28 is not just for your face. As you can see here, people using it around their body, whether it be arms, hands, bellies, and in this next picture, even buttocks, thighs, and all over. Now, these pictures are actually from a study by a world-leading laboratory. This study was done because there were many reports coming in from around the world of people saying that their cellulite had disappeared while they were using Renew 28. So scientists set upon these very strict studies to see if there was any truth to these stories. And what they found was after just 12 weeks, there was a 16% reduction in the appearance of cellulite. And when the scientists did ultrasounds to try and discover how this was happening, they saw the subcutaneous fat that was causing the cellulite was actually being dissolved from the use of Renew 28. So Renew 28 helps reduce the appearance of cellulite and wrinkles, enhancing skin texture, smoothing the skin, not just for visibly younger looking skin, but actual healthier skin, supporting surface skin cell renewal. Renew 28 helps soothe skin discomfort after things such as shaving or sun exposure and the like. But Renew 28 is not just for the skin. It helps soothe discomfort around the body. And you can know about it in about 10 minutes. So if you have something that's sore, something that's hurting you, some discomfort around your body, rate that discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10. Give it a score. A score of 10 would mean it's the most soreness you can feel. Now apply Renew 28 on that point of discomfort 3 times within 5 minutes, and usually 9 to 10 out of every 10 people will notice a soothing or reduction of that discomfort within approximately 10 minutes. Now, nothing I've said here today has been intended to diagnose anything that you're going through, and ASEA does not claim to treat or cure any diseases. Now, it is a historical truth that with every great breakthrough comes great opportunity. And ASEA is a life-changing breakthrough, and that's created a life-changing financial opportunity behind all of this to make a living while bettering people's lives. Now, ASEA Redox products are the world's first and only redox signaling supplements for 2 very simple reasons. One, for nearly 3 decades now, no one other than just one man, Dr. Gary L. Samuelson, medical atomic physicist, no one but he has been able to figure out how to create and stabilize redox signaling molecules outside of the body. And for the 2 decades before Dr. Samuelson's breakthrough work, science had declared that this was impossible. And 2, ASEA is heavily patented. But not only is ASEA not allowed to be copied, ASEA can't be copied because there's no way to look into a bottle of ASEA and figure out how to reverse engineer it, because there are trade secrets in the making of ASEA, not in the bottle. And so it can't be copied. And that means we have no copycats, and that means we have no competition, and that means no one in the world has what ASEA has, no one. And that means no other products in the world can do what ASEA does, none of them, because nothing else in the world is redox signaling molecules. Nothing else, therefore, in the world can get to the depth and level of achievement in the human body as what ASEA can, because it is redox signaling molecules. And redox works in everybody, and everybody needs redox, because nothing in the body works as well, or at all, in fact, without redox. Everything would stop without redox signaling molecules. And redox can't hurt anybody. Now, no other products can make that claim. I don't care what it is, whether it's a juice, pill, super shake, fancy water, seaweed oil, or whatever. I'm not saying they're good or bad. There's lots of great products out there, but there is nothing that can get as deep and significant as what ASEA Redox can. Redox signaling molecules is allowing everything in the body, including all of those other great products. Now, therefore, ASEA holds massive opportunities across all health science sectors like nothing else ever has or ever will. Whether it's healthcare, wellness, sports science, athletic performance, beauty, skincare, aging, longevity, we serve all of these industries, which are multi-trillion-dollar industries, by the way. We don't just serve them, we serve them deeper than anything ever has or ever will. And ASEA is the only company in the world that the world can get a redox supplement from. So it's not the be-all and end-all, but it is the beginning of all products, nutrition, exercise, sleep, your mental capacity. All of that can only work in direct proportion as there's enough redox signaling molecules allowing it to work. And since we're the only company in the world that supplies redox signaling molecules, for all of those reasons and more, ASEA is an entrepreneur's dream. Now, our mission here at ASEA is to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. We can't do that on our own, and so we look for people to help spread the word. Now, what we do is not complicated. We personally share ASEA with customers. We grow and expand a global network of others doing the same, personally sharing ASEA Redox with customers. And we improve, we work together. You're in business for yourself, but you're never in business by yourself. Together, we work to improve the productivity of your network that you've built. And so kind of like a franchise business, but instead of building restaurants and burgers like, let's say, McDonald's does, we build people instead of buildings. And we don't even have to make the products. We don't need to make, ship, or handle the products at all. The company does all of that for you. And so in this way, you can make an income like a franchise. In fact, you can make way more than that, but without all of the expenses. ASEA gives you the opportunity to earn money just by sharing Redox with others and also by helping others to do the same. So for people looking for either an extra, part-time, full-time, big-time, or even a legacy leaving income, for people who have dreams of a better life, income, lifestyle, there are levels of commissions to meet whatever levels of ambitions to be able to afford making your goals, dreams, and desires a reality. ASEA helps you create income that is both residual and leveraged. And so you receive a residual income, not just from the first, but from all of the repeated and ongoing purchases made by everyone you refer to ASEA. Now, because you can refer as many people as you like, and because those people can purchase as much product as they like, and because every time they repurchase, you're connected to that too, the residual income potential is unlimited. You're paid again and again and again and again. Now, even more so on top, you also receive unlimited leveraged residual income from all of the repeated ongoing purchases made by every single person, your contacts and others also refer. And there's no limits to how far and wide and deep these referrals can go around the globe. Just like when you recommend a good movie, TV series, restaurant, cafe, book, food, homewares, beauty products, health products, whatever it might be, people tell people who then tell even more people, and it goes on and on. Word of mouth is the oldest and still today #1 most powerful, effective, and trusted and most listened to form of marketing in the world. There's no limits, especially with how connected the world is today. Word spreads worldwide. ASEA is currently in 35 countries and opening new markets every year. And based on existing trends, the annual turnover is projected to exceed $500 million in the next 5 years. Now, residual income is impressive, getting paid even when you're not working, on your days off or on holidays. And while you sleep, you still get paid. Residual income is kind of impressive, but more so, it's very important. You know, you have residual bills, it makes sense and would actually set you up with far more financial security if you had residual income to take care of those residual bills. Now, most people don't figure this out. Do you know what happens to most people by the time they're 65? out of every 100 people, only one of them is wealthy. Only 3 are financially secure. These 4 people have probably figured out residual income, I would say. However, 7 out of every 100 must still work to survive at 65. They're not working because they want to, by the way. Let's be clear. They're working because they have to. That means they are a slave to the dollar. And worse still, 74 out of every 100 people are dependent on welfare by 65. Absolutely, probably, definitely have not, in fact, worked out residual income. And so why are people continuing to fall into this financial failing plan? Why aren't people understanding one of the main financial principles that the top 4% seem to figure out, that the rest of us 81% don't? And of course, that plan is how to make money that is no longer dependent on our paid by the hour, selling our precious time for money, or labor intensive or own activity job. In my world, it used to stand for JOB, just over broke, otherwise known as active income. And I think one of the facts that people just tend to not figure out, or maybe just say, oh, well, that doesn't matter to me right now, is that sooner or later, and I pray it's not sooner, but sooner or later, you won't be able to be as active as you are right now. A lot of people have discovered that very shockingly in the last 6 months, let alone the last 12 months. So if you can't be as active, that means you won't be able to have as much active income. And this may be more concerning if you're thinking, well, my active income already isn't enough as it is, or it's already taken a too big of a hit in the last year. Now, this is a big problem, but it's always been a big problem, not just in the last year. 81% of people get trapped in this, and that number is growing. And look, the bottom line is this: money is an excellent servant, but a terrible master. Find a way to get money to work for you, because if you don't find a way to make money work for you, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll be a slave for money until you die. You'll have to work for money until you're dead. Now, I'm not saying jobs are bad. They're a good place to start for most of us. And if you truly do love your job, keep it. You're blessed. But still find a way to make money outside of your job that won't interfere with what you're currently doing, because only relying on a single source of active income is not smart and dangerous to your financial security. And if you've got some residual income, great. Let's grow it with a SIA. Let's secure you even more. So look, for people who are smart, who've been wanting to be in the right place at the right time, who are able to recognize a good thing, who decide to take control of their finances and their freedom and their security, for people who want to be able to expand their wealth, for people who aren't happy with the amount of money that they have or how they have to make it, for people who have dreams and want a better life, ASEA is a significant opportunity to have a significant impact in people's lives and be paid a significant residual income from the inevitable growth of its global expansion to afford you those dreams and give you that real freedom. There's nothing better than making a living from bettering people's lives. That's what you get to do with ASEA. It's who we become and what we do. That is the biggest reward over and above any riches it will make us. Now, I don't want to confuse you. You can make great money here with ASEA, that's for sure. And you can even be rewarded on top with all expenses paid trips to 5-star luxury locations all around the world. And you'll have a really great time meeting great people, making great friends, having great experiences and a great lifestyle. But really, at the end of the day, it is the effect we have on others. That is one of the most valuable currencies there is. And that is the heart of ASEA. You know, the truth is, after big pharmaceutical companies were shown tens of millions of dollars and 17 years worth of powerful research, clinical studies proving ASEA, those big drug companies offered to pay ASEA huge sums of money for the sole and exclusive rights to their ASEA Redox technology. However, those drug companies wanted ASEA to shut down, and they wanted everyone taken off Redox. But thankfully, the founders of ASEA, Vertus Norton and his son Tyler Norton, they had the great foresight to see very grave concerns and consequences in such a deal, because Vertus and Tyler saw people who went from severe health challenges that once left them and even their doctors feeling hopeless, to then these people experiencing life-changing power from Redox. And when Vertus and Tyler saw this, they were filled with a great sense of purpose and responsibility to get this breakthrough for humanity out to the world. And so Vertus and Tyler felt that they could not in good conscience sell out, and so that's exactly why they did not. They said no to the payout and yes to the people. You see, for Vertus and Tyler, what had once started out as just a very big business play had now become more. The ASEA founders turned down that huge sum of money from big pharmaceutical companies, deciding to go the supplement route rather than the drug route. in order to expedite the availability of this technology globally, making it available immediately to everyone without a prescription. And one of ASEA's foremost guiding principles was demonstrated here, as is, by the way, perpetually demonstrated in every single decision they make. And that is to always put people and principles before ego and economics. The ASEA founders and corporate team come from big backgrounds, up to Fortune 50 backgrounds. They're exceptionally experienced in running very big, profitable global businesses, but their corporate soul revolves around putting people first, having an impact, making a difference, helping others to believe, belong, and become more, to be a force for good in the world. So you're in very good hands. Get back with the person who shared this with you. Let them know what stood out to you the most. If you have any questions, they can point you to where you can find the answers easily, because there's plenty of university studies. But most importantly, there's hundreds of thousands of real people's life-changing redox experiences for you to see that ASEA is the real deal. So if you want to be happier and healthier and live younger, stronger, longer, you may just want to become an ASEA customer. But if you have dreams and desires, if you want to be, do, have, and able to give more, if you want to help people be happier and healthier, if you want to increase the prosperity of the planet, if you want a better life, income, lifestyle, if you want to make a difference in the world, then join us and become part of this redox reality. And you can become more. You know, if you'll just invite more people to come back here, as someone has invited you to come here today, if you'll just pass this information on for many, many others, as it's been passed on to you today, you can and you will better the lives of many, many others, and your life will become better in many, many ways. So thank you very much for spending this time with me. May you always be happy and well. And Maria Hopwood-Jones, thank you so very much for being here and always looking after me.
Stevie, thank you so much. That was a wonderful presentation. Thank you so much for your time and effort that you put in, and for actually stopping to do this for us and for everybody else that's listening here, which is just fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If anybody's got any questions, you've just got a couple of minutes, as I believe Stevie has got to go into another call. So we'll just see if anybody got a question here, and we'll go in a minute. So thanks so much. Stevie, just stop the recording. That'd be awesome.